Are you ready? Let's go!
Don't you sometimes just want to talk about everything? You know, there's days when you can just talk about anything. Need to sit back and chat about nothing at all? Nothing But Julie, coming at you with fun and creative topics and interviews.
Did you hear Julie's podcast? She's got the greatest topics.
Come join the chat about everything, anything, and nothing. So unwind and tune in to Nothing But Julie. Great topics and cool interviews with some pretty awesome people. And now, without further delay, here's Nothing But Julie.
Hi everyone, it is Julie Schrager, your host of the Nothing But Julie podcast. Welcome to my Monday Mission Small Snippet. I have to apologize. I have been away for a couple of weeks. I took a little hiatus and I went away on a little vacation to the Highlands in North Carolina, which was, wow, very much needed. I have not gone away on any type of vacation since before COVID. And so it was a very incredible time. Lots of views, I would say. And honestly, probably the most beautiful views I have seen in a long time. I'm originally from New York, so I'm used to the changing of the seasons. However, I have been living in Florida for 20 years, and it's just stagnant, just, excuse me, it's beautiful. But it's the same every day. And so, especially after, being homebound for a long time because of COVID, it was a very welcome time to do it. And I went with my husband, and I left my son to take care of my dogs, and that's a whole other story. But we really had a great time, and it was during this time that, I took in the sights and really tried to limit my time on social media and just enjoy what was around me. Now, of course, at nighttime when I was settling down, I would, maybe check my emails, or I would post a picture or two on Facebook, but that was it. I did not scroll. I really don't scroll as much as I used to, honestly. I'm very rarely on there. But regardless, it was almost just so easy to do. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, we are, when we get stuck in the midst of our lives, it's hard to take a break, and I get that. But being away and being in the mountains, I mean, we were at almost a 6,000 foot elevation. Here in Florida, we're at 25 feet? It was breathtaking. And also, the weather was incredible. It was between 50 and 60 degrees. It was just gorgeous. And, being in the mountains and the mountain air, you just really learn to appreciate God's country. And I really did not go on social media, even nearly as close as I do here at home. And it was a welcome to take a break from all of that. And so it is my Monday mission to continue on with that. Now, I have a podcast, so granted, I can't completely pull myself off of social media. However, I have limited myself a lot with social media over the last few months. I made a pact with myself that I wasn't going to be on as much as I used to, because I think I just got so used to being homebound that it just became like an anchor. So it's with that being away, I really truly learned to appreciate the small things even more than I already have. And with that, it was enough for me to realize that, the world is not going to stop if I am not on social media. There are certain things that I'm on social media for. Believe it or not, Facebook, I am on social media, Facebook, really for one reason. it helps me kind of see what's going on around my area, and to plan maybe for fun things to do on the weekend, as companies and places, they usually post for events. But aside from that, unless you're like at the very top of my feed, I very rarely look at anything. Being away and taking in the sights just made it more clear that social media is not a huge asset. It's just more of something that we became very used to and got tied into. So if you can, try and take a break. I spoke about this a short while ago. Monday mission, kind of focus more on yourself and not on social media. Try and make a plan to see things outside of what's on your phone or your computer or your tablet. Because I tell you something, it's so worth it to just take that break and set it aside and not make it, a priority. Especially if it doesn't pertain to your work. If it does, if you're an influencer, you're a social media manager, that I completely get. But I'm talking on a personal level. Try it. You might like it. Happy Monday, everybody.